Kotak, I must say that I'm truly overwhelmed for two reasons today. The first, of course, is all the kindness you've bestowed on me, and every word that you've said here is deeply inspiring to me. It comes from a person of your experience and stature. The second reason is because I have got a lot of phone calls and messages when people saw you in the audience in the front row as Mr. Scindia was speaking. And all of them asked me, how did you manage to get Mr. Uday Kotak to your event? And I know this is very rare for you. And I know that you've flown down all the way from Mumbai. This gesture means a lot to me, and I'm sure to all of us in the audience. So a round of applause. Sir, you are a legend, I know that. And I must say that I may just share a small bit about our personal association. You've been kind to invite me to your events once, and I was really embarrassed to be speaking in your presence. On one occasion, as I was starting Republic, friends, I went to Mr. Kotak's office, and I had no agenda. I came to meet him, and he was kind enough to see me in his office in BKC. And as we sat down, he asked me a few questions on the business fundamentals of what I was trying to build. And eventually he asked his key managers to be away. It was him and me, and I think one more person. We spent about half an hour and 45 minutes, Mr. Kotak, I don't know if you remember, where he lived through every aspect of the, at that time, financially tiny business that Republic was building. And he sat down with me and he asked me, what are your projections? What are your estimates? What can go wrong? What can go right? What is your leverage? What is your debt? What is your plan? But most importantly, he spent 15 minutes quizzing me about my vision. And at the end of it, you told me, just go for it, Arnab. That was 2016, sir, you don't remember. But that meant so much to me because we were trying to fly solo, and you told me, go for it. And I can tell you, when I called him a month and a half back and I said, Mr. Kotak, you must come. May I share this? He again asked me on the phone, tell me how you're doing. And I gave him a few fundamentals, and then he said, I'm coming. So Mr. Kotak, your coming here is a testament to your continuing faith in Republic and on us. So a long answer, but personally very grateful to you, sir. Very, 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 very grateful. Now, not losing any more time, sir. I have a few questions for you, and I found it fascinating. And we have some people here who are really into geostrategy and economics. Tomorrow, Mr. Gurumurthy is coming. Another visionary, Mr. Sridhar Vembu, chairman of Zoho Corporation, is here. Sir, I found it incredible that you as a banker spoke about geostrategy, geopolitics. You spoke about how we acted in our self-interest regarding the price of oil and how we were ensuring that our energy supplies from Russia continued. But these are tough decisions, Mr. Kotak. And you're a banker. You look at risk factors. The first thing which comes to my mind is, great, this government did it. But where is the guaranteed continuity in a democracy where a tumultuous process of an election happens every 5 years and the politics is so volatile? Does that risk factor worry you? Because you also said that if you want to be the most favored nation the world can trust, you're going to have to take these decisions, learn the nuance, play the game at the high table. Do we have that continuity in a democracy like India, or is that our weakness compared to China?
You know, I think I have great faith in the people of India, that we'll finally select a government and a leader which prioritizes India's self-interest over everything else. And therefore, it's a confidence in the people of India and India's self-interest over everything else. Long ago, my grandfather gave me a lesson, which was the difference between selfishness and enlightened self-interest. And I hold this as a critical part for India's future. We must have the courage of conviction to take decisions which are in our enlightened self-interest. And we should not be scared by any power on earth to do that. We have to manage the diplomacy because we are living in a connected world. But we should not compromise what's right for India just because it is geopolitically inconvenient and politically difficult to execute. That is the true strength of leadership. And I actually feel that the strength and the maturity of the Indian democracy is if we continue to keep the clear goal that India's self-interest, political and economic, overrides everything else.